Good morning, welcome to the vlog. Say hello, Amy.
Hello.
Heading off into Cambridge because I've got a few errands to run. One is to talk to a car audio specialist because I'm getting CarPlay fitted to the car. The second is I need my Mark VI neck measuring because I've got some necks coming out to be reviewed for you guys in a few weeks, and the person who's sending me the neck very kindly obviously wants me to make sure it fits correctly. I don't have a caliper to measure the width of my neck, so I'm just going to nip into my friendly saxophone shop and get that measured. One, two, three, four. So just finished rehearsing my jazz group 1 week before a concert, and the 5 guys that show up are the 5 best guys who don't need to be at the rehearsal. The 4 of them that do need to rehearse didn't show up for today's rehearsal, which is extremely annoying. But anyway, that's Audley End, which I put a bit of the old drone footage in. Anyway, heading back home now, and let's do Q&A. So, first Q&A of season 2 of the vlog, and let's kick off straight away. Stephen Koo asked me, I started Aebersold Volume 1, so I'm working my way through the tracks. The notes and the different scales just get all mixed up in my head. It's been a few weeks of trying to nail it. Yeah, should I just go back to mastering the scales? Yes, Stephen, mastering the scales. I always say to students is, master the major scales. In other words, be able to play them dead accurately at crotchet equals 60 quarter notes, 60 straight through. You've seen me say it before. If not, there's a great lesson on the Cambridge Saxophone website called the Scale Primer. Gabriel asked me, what should I expect from Conservatoire Uni Open Days? I'm going to the Birmingham Conservatoire Open Day next Wednesday. Really good question. I was talking to a couple of students about this last week, actually. It's changed a little bit. I'm going to say a few things. First of all, you want to make sure that some of the teachers are actively performing musicians. Some places, the teachers, all they do is teach, okay, and they're not performing anymore. And that's not a bad thing, because great performers do not always make great teachers, but you need people, some people in the department that are working professional musicians so that they understand what's going on in the industry at the time and they can teach you how you want to be a performer, unless you wanted to be a teacher, in which case latch onto the teachers. The second thing is check out the facilities. Make sure there's, you know, how many practice rooms are available, and if you can, if they've been a little lackadaisical and they've left the timetables around, have a peek at the timetables. If you're in a place where every practice room seems to be booked up all the time, note that. That's actually a good indicator of there being a good practice vibe in the college, but also it might be really annoying for you if you're not able to get hold of a practice room when you need to, because people like me used to book them out for 4 hours at a time and cause problems. And finally, make sure there's a scene in the area. So you may not be able to check that out at the open day, but make sure there's ample opportunity to go and hear concerts. Not just jazz concerts, but classical concerts, which you will do in Birmingham because they've got a wonderful symphony orchestra. But what else is happening in the city? Because that's really, really important, because you're going to be based there for 2 or 3 years, and you want to make sure that you're absorbing everything that that city can give you. Certainly Birmingham is one of the places that can do that in England, as can Manchester, as can London, and obviously over in the States, off the top of my head, definitely New York, Boston, Texas has got a great music reputation as well. And I'm sure there are others, and they're all going to come flooding in on the comment section because I've missed them, but they're the ones that I'm aware of. But to recap, what I would be looking for is make sure some of the teachers are performers as well as teachers, you know, that they've got an active performing schedule. What are the practice rooms like and how well are they booked out? And thirdly, what's the scene in the city like? You know, not just jazz, but loads and loads of other areas of music. Make sure there's a fertile music scene for you to learn from. Magpie Jazz asked, do you scat sing? Sometimes I transcribe singers to mimic their voice on the sax. I don't scat sing, you know, externally on gigs. Ray Wilkes used to say to me that what I needed to do when I was soloing was to think about being a scat singer. That helped, you know, kind of understand really what's going on musically. And I think Jamie Abersole talks about that, as have others, that you should really get into the practice of scat soloing over backing tracks, because then you will play or sing a solo that is more what you want to play, is closer to what you're thinking musically, because obviously with the instrument in hand or playing the instrument, you are limited by your skill on the instrument, by what you can get out, whereas when you're singing it, it's literally whatever you can communicate with your voice. Finally, Matthew asked me, oh, it's gone off there. In your opinion, what is the mode scale to put your time into once you've got the major and minor harmonic and melodic scales under your belt, mixolydian and the bebop scales? Learning the harmonic and the melodic minors off the different degrees of the scale would be first. Make sure you can get that. So make sure, like, fifth mode of the harmonic minor, I was teaching on that today, is really, really important. And then the bebop scales, both the major bebop and the minor bebop. Okay, major bebop and the dominant bebop and the minor bebop is what I mean. So kind of, yeah, those. And secondly says, I'm looking to try a new neck for my tenor. Are they worth it in your opinion? Interesting you should say that. Stay tuned, because I've literally got a Skype call with someone in New York about getting some necks over to do a review. I've had a few aftermarket necks before. I had some Phil Barone necks years ago. It definitely made a difference to my Yamaha sax. And when I had a balanced action, I had one of Phil's necks, and that definitely, it changed the tone and actually helped with the intonation. Working on this eternal triangle, letter E on my A to Z of Bebop course for my students. But you know this issue I've had, if those of you if you're not a regular vlog watcher, I broke my finger nearly 2 years ago now, and I've been having a lot of problems with it, and it just will not return back to that G fast enough. The G is too slow. My broken finger will not return back as fast as the other fingers. So I'm always keen to practice what I preach, so I'm making sure that I get down the transcription for my students as well. Even though this is really starting to annoy me again. Anyway, so this is the opening of Sonny Rollins' solo on the same track, Eternal Triangle. play much more of that because of copyright reasons, but just how good is Sonny Rollins? It's just so brilliant, so understated at times, and so rhythmic, and such a beautiful tone. So what a perfect way to finish today's vlog. I wish I could play more of Sonny, but I can't. Thank you very much for watching. Please do tune in later next week. Hit the subscribe button if you don't already, and check out This Is What I Was Up To in my last vlog. This is what I was up to this time last year. I'll see you really soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.